Welcome, everybody to the live stream. For first of all, congratulations to everybody. We have finally unlocked the post feature on our YouTube community. Now we can post stuff. We can take polls. I can update you guys when the next stream is going to happen. We can ask stuff. We can discuss. You know, Share pictures and all. I can share pictures and all with all of you. I think that's amazing. So huge congratulations to us. Before we start talking about the topic at hand today, let me just fix my external monitor a little bit. Okay, it's done. So yesterday we were talking about the fact that a general topic on debate, debating about a general topic, and it was a nice topic that has been probably talked about for ages since internet has existed. Since the topic was, is internet a blessing or a curse? And the same night we see a crazy thing. I was just mentioning something like, one of my points for internet can be a curse sometimes was, just a second. Let me just sort this out and then we can talk in peace. Okay, it's sorted. So one of the reasons that I gave for internet being a curse is because if you do something stupid on there, it stays on there forever. And in today's day, it becomes a viral meme, right? And that's what happened the same night. Will Smith freaking slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars stage. Nobody could have believed anything of that sort could have happened, but it did. Wow. Oof. So I would love to know what all of you all are thinking about it. I'll tell you this. I yesterday when we were talking about it, it seemed as if it's just a clear case of one person getting violent and that he shouldn't have, and just smacking the shit out of somebody on stage, and then that's just wrong. Violence is wrong at all points. But we have as a human community such varied uh, responses to this. Yes, my friend Vivi, I did see the video. I did see it. I did see the video, not once. I saw it like maybe like 7, 8 times, to be honest. Probably even more. I saw it many a times. Let's get an internet speed test on the side as well. I waited till post stream because I wanted to see how she reacted and responded to it, and I'll tell you something crazy. Come on, internet speed, go higher, 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 go. Okay, I'm getting a decent upload speed, but my download speed is screwed a little bit. He says I dislike any kinds of. Hold on. He says I disliked any kinds of celebrity feuds or even their lives, but this one is interesting. You were the one who initially brought it to us. Like we didn't know anything about this one, and then Vivi came to the stream, and he was like, "Wait, did you guys see this?" And then everybody's like, "Okay, what happened really?" And then we started uh, looking into what really happened. So I showed my wife what happened, right? And we read the joke, we heard the joke that was made, we understood that um, the joke in like detail, if it called for something like that. And since then, I don't know, like I am kind of amongst the people who go like, well, it was a joke, and like comedians are given this extra bit of length on their leash because Their job is difficult, and it's like you have to sometimes touch and push boundaries. Obviously, if you have seen Jimmy Carr in his newest Netflix special, I mean, this is nothing compared to that, right? He touches some difficult topics, but Chris Rock was like, I don't know, like at the Oscar stage, I'm sure he was trying to just like, well, at the end of the day, he could have made a better joke, but I guess it shouldn't have been like my. I believe that he shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have come down to it. I heard that he did not file charges later on, so maybe he does have some guilt. Maybe he knew that he was treading on on zones he should not have, forbidden zones, whatever. But my wife liked it. She's like, "Oh, there we go. We've lost power. I don't know if power's gonna come back in time, but hopefully it does." But my wife was like, "Yeah, why not?" Like, I think she became more of a Will Smith fan now than she was before. Makes me think what is expected of me in this. But we all know about Will Smith's history on his marriage, right? So it's a little complicated, right? Some people are saying maybe he overcompensated, maybe he shouldn't have laughed, maybe his wife should have held him back from making a fool of himself on the Oscar stage that were being like internationally broadcasted, which probably makes sense, right? But and the way Chris Rock handled it on stage, it's like I think what it was initially was a completely different thing of its own. For example, there was a joke made in bad taste, let's say, and the receiver of the joke did not like it, right? That was one part of it, and then the response to it was a whole another part. Like Will Smith took like his response obviously is not accepted. It was horrible, but at the same time, Chris Rock, the way he handled it on stage, um, was sort of amazing. I mean, I'm not saying that makes him right from the get go, but that was amazing. That took a lot of courage, quick wit response, quick wit, and like a good uh, skill at responding within seconds after being smacked in the face, like in front of everybody from your work, from your everybody in the country or otherwise. Now these guys have got like worldwide following, so it's a whole different kind of ball game. Now some people are saying it was staged perfectly, and I personally am of those conspiracy theorists who believe that a lot of people are saying that if this didn't happen, we wouldn't even have known if the Oscars were taking place today. And I'm one of those people. Like if Vivi didn't come to the stream and went like, dude, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars, I would have never known the Oscars were taking place that day. And I guess the more viewership they get, the more money they make, right? So I don't know. I feel like at some point, but at the same time, it looked pretty real. And but I mean, I've seen plenty of reality shows to be skeptical enough. So at the end of the day, everybody probably has an opinion on it. I would love to know. Everybody probably has a side. There's no right or wrong. It's all about your perspective, and we would love to hear it. So I'll read this once again. He says, I disliked any kinds of celebrity feuds or even their lives, but this one seemed interesting to me. Why is that, Vivi? Why did this one seem interesting to you? Meanwhile, for some reason, I cannot accept any friend requests on Steam. And before we start, I think I'm going to start with an unranked game, a turbo game, just because we don't have any power yet. So maybe I'll have to wait for power to come back before I can play a ranked game. I don't want to uh, get an abandonment penalty or punishment. The external monitor that I have, it works on. It gets plugged directly into the port, right? So it has its own power cable and all. So that's not working now, and that's where I keep the chat at. So now my chat is on my phone. My phone is my external monitor at the moment. The setup is flawless, but like it went from like this big to like this big. He says my favorite part of the whole fuss is Will Smith swearing at the top of his lungs. The woman behind her looked so awkward. I think the women behind him looked impressed. She like something. She had this one expression, but like felt like at the moment she did not grasp that Will Smith had made a fool out of himself. She looked like he was impressed. Like this man just stood up and like the way like he went and like the kind of courage you need to do something like that. Go on the Oscar stage and smack somebody. Like there could have been like huge repercussions to that, and he did it because it was clear that his wife did not dig the joke. So there was this one South Park episode about women not being funny, and this reminds me so bad of it. Like it was a joke. Fine, you did not like it, but hold your man back before he goes and slaps somebody on stage to overcompensate for mistakenly laughing at somebody maybe he shouldn't have. Like if she had so much control over him that she could let him go to the stage and smack this dude, she could have like held him back as well. She knew this man more than anybody else. But the lady behind him looked kind of impressed. He says it is not staged. There is filming of them talking about it during intermission. And you know what's crazy? The craziest thing is that one, he goes and slaps him, and then he goes on to win an Oscar. Like what is being promoted is beyond me. Somebody does something like that, then you give them an Oscar. Like, shouldn't something like this, if they're in the wrong, just disqualify them for the fact that it was just
5 seconds remaining.
inappropriate? Like Heidi. Live. Like channel. Right? So really, you don't think that uh, like like people are not paying much attention to the Oscars and maybe something like this? I mean, at the end of the day, they are actors, so you don't think they are capable of pulling something off like this as everybody being part of an event? He says, besides, you can see actual shock and disbelief on Chris' face, even looking at backstage. But that's the thing; these guys are actors. These guys are like the top in the world. Like Will Smith literally went on to win an Oscar for his acting after that whole thing. So I'm pretty sure that if they wanted to stage something like that, they could pull it off. There's no doubt. If anybody could, an Oscar winner could, and an actor like Chris Rock could. Vivi says, yeah, that was so weird. He even cries. But again, that's the thing that he says, dude needs to stop simping for real.